Hey guys, in this video, I want to walk you through how to create a Facebook ad with the power of AI. So let's jump into my screen and learn Facebook ads with the power of AI. So to start with Facebook ads, you require a Facebook account, right? Even if you want to run your ads on Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, or Facebook platform itself, you need a Facebook account and an active Facebook page associated with your account. So here, if you see, if this is my account, if you scroll down here, and if you see this flag icon, you will see pages, right? Once you click here, you will see all the pages that are associated with my business, right? If you do not have any page associated with your business, you need to create one. But without you do this, you cannot be able to create a Facebook ad account or Facebook Ads Manager account. Once this is done, I come back to my home screen. I click on see more over here, right? Okay, sorry. If I click on see more over here, which has already been done, right, you will see Ads Manager over here, right? So this is what you want to click. So the minute you click on Ads Manager, this is exactly where you come down to, right? So you will see an interface, which is your Ads Manager. Any format of advanced ads that you want to run can be run through here directly, right? Now, before we do anything, what is very important in a Facebook Ads Manager is the funnel of Facebook ads, right? So how does basically a Facebook Ads Manager or a Facebook ad work, right? So there are three levels to the entire equation, and you can see all these three levels here as well: campaign, ad set, and ad level. Let me just shut this off. Um, right? So there are these three levels, and it works like a funnel in a way where there is a campaign, and you will have some details, and you can create multiple campaigns, and you will have individual details about a campaign inside that. Inside each and every campaign, there is something called as an ad set, right? Ad set basically helps you with who you want to target, that is your audience, the geography, the language, any automations, etc., that you want to set with respect to your targeting. Basically, who do you want to reach out to is done at this particular level. In fact, in some cases, you can in fact add a budget over here as well, right? Here also there is an option to add a budget, right? Now, the final level is an ad level. Is basically once you have identified who you want to target, here you speak about what do you want to talk to them about, right? So that is your third level. So that's how all of this is bifurcated, right? Now, whenever we begin a campaign, guys, it is very important for us to have two things in hand ready. First is your ad set, which requires your audiences. Who do we want to target? And then subsequently, we want to tell them about what we want to communicate to them, right? So now, to take this forward, what we will first do is I have this prompt written, right? And you guys can copy this prompt directly from here, or I will just attach this in the description of the video as well. This link over here gives you each and every targeting option that Meta has, right? It has all the targeting options, and you can see complete list of Facebook ads targeting. Now there are many tools out there in the market which talks about how you can identify a target audience. So there is interest insights, interest explorer, and there are much many tools that will help you. If you just give them a use case or a keyword, it will tell you who do you want to target, how, right? But I think if you use these things strategically, ChatGPT or any generative AI tool, a Gemini or a Perplexity, will give you the best possible answers, right? So how does this work is what I want to do is, and guys, please also understand some of these targeting are uh, every now and then Facebook Ads Manager keeps updating their targeting, right? And some of these targeting will keep on going obsolete, obsolete, obsolete. So you might not find them all, but that's absolutely okay, right? But you have a wide list of audiences, and you can see how many of these there are already, right? And basically from here, instead of us wrecking our brain trying to understand who do we target, how do we target, we can ask a generative AI tool to help us do that. So like I said, there is this link and there is this prompt here, and just let's read what the prompt says: that hey, can you read all the meta ad audiences mentioned in the link above and identify for me what identify three sets of audiences for my business, right? And then here in this case, now you want to describe your business. Now, here is an example. There is a wedding planning service. Let's try and change this example, right? Which is into, let's say, for example, pet supplies. We are India's Number one, pet, or let's say for example, let's mention this online pet store. Right, so we are India's number one online pet store, and let me just make this proper. Um, which provides healthy meals, oh, hygienic. Sorry about that. Toys, and let's say for example, parent and pet clothes. Right. So this is what we do. Now, once they understand this is what we do, then continue with the prompt which says, we want to find audiences, but how? Right? One being directly related to business. So, okay, let's make this slightly better. One of these audiences being directly related to my business, right? And other two indirectly, who are interested in something else but can use my product or service. Right. So whenever we're trying to do a Facebook ad targeting, we want to identify the direct and the indirect audiences that you want to target. Also, if you need to narrow audiences, now while we actually do that, I'll teach you what is narrowing audiences. But narrow audiences is putting an and feature. Like my target audience should be interested in A and B, right? This basically gives us sharper, more edgier targeting. Here, this reduces the noise and this is more direct. We can expect better returns when we do such a thing. So narrow audience in a situation, this plus that, and do the same example. Someone looking for a vegan cake, I can use targeting and narrow targeting with cake as a targeting and narrow it with veganism, right? In detail targeting. So this is what I'm trying to make it understand as well, that this is where I want to go and this is what I want to do. So now once this prompt is ready for your specific business, before starting anything, let's just go down to ChatGPT and now just press this and ask it to create these audiences for you. So they're saying great based on the comprehensive list of targeting options, all of these things, marketing via Facebook, this tool you have. So let's say, for example, here now pet owners and pet shoppers. So first is location is India. You may further define it if you want to tier one, tier two, depending upon your business, price bands, etc. Age group it is saying 22 to 25. People with purchasing power and responsible for pet care. Gender is all. Household life event could include new mover. People recently moved and more likely to set up a pet home, etc. Right? What are their interests? Pets, dogs, cats, pet food, pet products, online shopping. Right? So basically, these are all which are directly related to pet. If I have a pet, if I'm interested in pets, I of course need food, right? I of course need clothes. I of course need toys for my pets. This is very targeting, very direct. You can also target them basis a certain behavior, and if you can see engaged shoppers, so it is asking me to narrow this, right? So it should be this plus they should be engaged shoppers. It should be people who have purchased new pet supplies. This is what if Facebook has this behavior. So it's not sure. It might not be in that list, and that's why it is asking me to see if it is available. For example, interest is pet food and behavior. Exactly how I put cake and vegan. That's why it is giving me an example like that. It's also giving you a small explanation why this audience, this is your core customer, people who own pets and actively looking. This is exactly what we want, guys. So in general, if we do not have this, we will be actually struggling to identify what we want to bring out of this, right? And here Facebook has, ChatGPT has practically done this job for me. It is giving me a suggested configuration as well. Now, let's say, for example, what about the other people? Let's not talk about our direct targeting, which are talking about pets, but what about the other people? In this case, you have location as India, age so and so, gender, household income, homeowners, renters, etc. Interest is healthy and fit under behavior, organic food and natural unorganic stuff, pets or dogs, luxury goods, premium brands, right? Narrow by interest, people interested in organic food and pets, meaning someone who buys organic healthy for themselves and likely to do so for pets as well. Behavior is top spenders, etc. Right? So it is giving me people who are fit and healthy, trying to go for pets. Now, if you are not 100% sure now why this could be giving me hit and fit and healthy is because in my description here I have spoken about healthy and hygienic meals, right? And that's why they're talking about fit and healthy. Here we want to speak more about hygiene, but let's see if this makes sense for us or not. So this is indirect one. Let me look at the indirect two, right? These are household composition, parents, preschoolers, etc. Okay, they're interested in toys. These families with children often buy toys. They are children's clothing, family parenting. So basically, pet or dog owner, cat owners. So basically, here, if you see what are they trying to do is they are trying to identify those people who live a healthy lifestyle, have a certain standard of living, right? Because they can invest additionally in searching for healthy food, and that's why we can sell them a pet. Similarly, here, people with a wholesome family, when they want a wholesome family experience, they go for a pet as well. So that's what it's trying to communicate over here. I think this config looks good to me. Nothing really to worry about, so I can actually use this. Now, so I'm gonna say this is perfect. Now, for each of these targeting, right? So we are solving for our last two levels first. Now my ad set predominantly is done. I just have to figure this out, go back to my campaign, search for it and do it. So now for each of these targeting, I need an creative as well, right? So don't ask directly ChatGPT for a creative. It doesn't really make sense. So help me design or generate a prompt for a creative. The best way is to create a prompt, and then that prompt you can use in multiple tools. You can ask ChatGPT to give an creative basis that prompt. You can ask Meta AI does an amazing job, right? Prompt for a creative. The size is 1:1. I need a square right now. We need a headline, or let's say a rather short headline, a subheadline adding to the headline, an image that a product ad. And finally, we need a CTA, right? So this pretty much looks about it. What I will do is let's try and submit this. Let's get some prompt out of this and let's see if we can build something amazing. So it's saying each creative prompt below audience focus, this, that. So first is for pet owner, goal is so and so, headline, subheadline, image prompt, CTA, shop now. Audience two, a careful dog. I think it's actually broken down the prompt for me. Let me just tell it. Give me all this. It didn't understand the headline and all are inside the image. It feels there is a headline separately. Are all inside the image. So give me a song for that. Okay, now let's try again. So here is a ready AI prompt, etc. Full create one-to-one carousal, the dog show, okay, I think this is good. It's giving you as much as detail as possible. I think this is good. So now it is asking me, would you like to do similar, etc. So let's try this one, okay? So let's first try and go to Meta AI, right? So Meta AI can do this for me. Let's also try Canva AI. Canva AI can do this for me. ठीक है let's try and paste this. Oh, okay. Let me just quickly put in a here. I hope it does not ask me for more details. Okay. So this is how you do, right? So let's do these things here as well. And I'm okay with logging with any account. So just log into an Instagram account. That's how it wants you to go to Meta AI and just log in. Yep. And in the meanwhile, Canva AI and here I think it's a 1-to-1. So let's try this as well. The size is given. And oh, this is not done yet. Password is incorrect. Okay, let me try Meta AI somewhere else where I've already used it maybe in the past. All right, let's try this here. So again, once this loads, I want to paste the entire prompt over here. Let's see what do we have here. Your images. Awesome, right? Can you see this? This is actually really good. India's #1 store for happy, healthy pets, discover nutritions, meals, spelling is not right, hygiene, toys, affordable pet fashion, also in one place. And this actually looks amazing. The only problem is with the dimension. So let me see if I can fix that, right? Edit in Canva, make it a poster. Let's create an Instagram post. All right, so let it do that, but it's already done a great job. And let's see if, okay, this is taking its own time. Let's see what is happening here. All right, not bad, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reprompt this because it knows what is supposed to be done here. And I'll refresh my Meta AI because this has clearly stopped. But in fact, I'm very happy with the result Canva is given. So Canva is doing a good job, especially for social media posts. Meta AI, you'll see once the result is out, there is Sora that does a good job. There's Ideogram that does a good job. The only problem right now is it's not giving me a square image, but I think we are happy with this, right? And this is all editable. Happy pets, happy life. And in fact, if you see, this is an amazing post. You can see a couple of things here. This looks slightly okay, slightly okay. Happy pets, love them. I think all these are slightly okay, but I think this is really amazing. Yeah, this actually makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna stick to this one. I don't really need to edit this. Let's just okay, this is good. And I will just take steps to download it. Meanwhile, let's try if we have anything on Meta AI. Nope, not loading yet. All right. So now, anyway, if this is the thing, we are happy with it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly click on share and I'm going to download this. So uh, with me, we have the first targeting, the first creative, all of this is done and I'm just going to hit download. Right. And this is when we actually start. So let's come back to my ads manager. I actually want to create an entire account and ad right now. So if you want to create your first campaign, right? So just click on create over here. To begin with, always select traffic as an objective. So we want to send a traffic to a specific website. You don't want to use recommended settings because we want to put our own settings. So I'm going to click on manual traffic and click on continue again. Now, first, there is a campaign. So this is, let's say, for example, I'm saying number 1, traffic campaign. Auction, traffic, you can see advantage, campaign budget. This is where we can associate a budget on the campaign level. If we do not do this, if this is off, means we want to spend budget at the ad set level. If this is on, we want to spend the budget at the campaign level. So always when you're beginning with your campaigns, always select the campaign level. You want to stick to the campaign level. And to begin with, keep a very minimum budget. Right? For me, this is okay right now, and you don't need to make any changes here and come next. Now, because we are going to create 3 ad sets, right? So these first ad set, we already know the name of the ad set is for pet supplies. The other one is for healthy folks. The third one was for family, right? And here you can decide where you want to send. So usually, guys, when we start a new campaign, or if your website is not great or not ready yet, ideally the best practice is go for Instagram and Facebook profile and send people to these profiles, right? In my case, I want to stick to website because I want to send them to my website so that they can purchase stuff from my website. And here we want to ensure that the goal of this entire exercise is to maximize the number of people visiting my landing page. So viewing my landing page should be really high. All of these settings keep it unchanged. You need not touch any of these things unless we come over here. Here, guys, what is happening is Meta is actually transitioning, right? Meta is doing away with all the targeting options, the ones we saw in that sheet, the ones we picked out of ChatGPT, and it is focusing on a creative based targeting where the creative basically does all the talking for you. Now, in this case, guys, this system is fairly new and will take some time to get involved into a complete process. And in the meanwhile, I still want to stick to the original system, right? Because I still want to give my Facebook or my ads manager a slight nudge of who I want to target and who are my audiences, who do I aim to be or make my potential customers. So in that case, guys, to change that particular thing, you will come to this point called advantage plus audience. Advantage plus audience, and here you see right beside it, there is an AI symbol, right? This is the symbol for AI, these stars. So that means this is automated. This will be done with the help of AI. But I want to take this manually only while beginning with all of these things. So I'm going to click on switch to original audience options, right? And then it will again ask me that, hey, stay in the current setup, apply value rules advantage on, further limit your reach. So again, it's giving me a negative statement as well. Further limit your reach. So limit your reach, right? But I'm going to be okay with it. I'm okay with limiting my reach. I just want to do it the right way and my way. So I'll click on continue. And now if you see, if you again scroll down at the audience level, there is something which is, it's still saying advantage plus, but it's saying detailed targeting. So detailed targeting means that we can manually enter targeting. Now here, the first thing that you want to include is your location. Now I want to sell probably pan India. So I'm going to stick to India. You can decide the age. So in my first targeting, so now let's say if I bring this slightly separately because I want to keep on going there and checking this. So let's come down to your audiences, right? So if I come down to my first audience, the direct audience, right? Pet owners, etc. Age is 25 to 55. So I'm gonna come here, edit the age to 25, and I want to change this to 55. Fair enough. Gender, it says all, so I'm gonna stick to all, right? Life event could include new mover recently. So I mean, I don't have any life events now, so it's okay. Let's come down to interest, right? That's what you target over here. Can you see demography, interest, and behavior? So inside interest, I'm going to put first as pets. So let's see if they have them. Yes, pets in bracket animals, interest. And you can see now inside India for this age group, right? And if you see over here, I'll try to just close this. If you see over here, there are about 6 crores, 9 lakh people interested for between 6 crores, 9 lakhs to 7 crores, 17 lakh people interested in this. Just pets of this age in the location. If I expand my location, if I expand my age, the number will go up. But maybe only this age group is relevant to me. These people who can afford and have the right decision to have a pet. Now, guys, there are two ways. Of course, we have all the other suggestions by ChatGPT which we can use, or you can use Meta suggestions as well. So if once I put one, if I click on this suggestion, it will give me dogs, pet stores. Now see, the difference is there are people interested in the pet store and pet supplies, which is pretty important for me. But here in my chat GPT, you will not find that. Pet store, pet supplies. Right? For some whatever reason, it did not select a store, which is like very direct, right? So I'm gonna go for dogs, which is important, pets, dogs, interested in cats. I had pet food and pet supplies here. So pet products, pet food is here, right? So that's why it's very important to keep going. Dog food, cats as animals, cat food. All these are my direct targeting, right? So dog collar, this now is getting into individual products, but we don't want to give it a lot as well. I mean, if you have some here, it's more than enough. So we've practically covered this area. Then comes behavior. It's saying narrowing option. It wants engage shoppers, people who have purchased new pet supplies. So let's try we find this. And it's saying if Facebook has that behavior, because it feels Facebook might have gone away with it as well. So here I'm going to come down, click on define further, engaged shoppers. Can you see behavior engaged shoppers? Now I'll show you the difference. If right now my audience size is between 3 crores 70 lakhs to 76 lakhs to 4 crores, if I remove this define further, still that it's 3 crore 38 lakhs, right? It's slightly bigger, right? Let me just try to get away with this completely. 6 crores 38 lakhs. Now let's try to add this. Define further, and we had N G G D. Yep. Engage shoppers, and now you can see 6 crores something. Now we're down to 3 crores. So of those 6 crores, only 3 crore people, almost a little over 3 crore people, are engaged shopper, means they usually shop online. So if the others even are interested but don't shop online, we've sort of eliminated them. So this is the benefit of having a uh, defined further targeting, right? And let's see, purchased new pet supplies. Let's see if it's asking, do we have that? Let's see over here. Purchase new pet supplies, new page admin, new relationship. We do not have that. Narrow it by pet owners if applicable. So let's see if it is applicable here. You have small business owners, but not pet owners. Okay. And that's all. So that's absolutely okay. Even if you have one, we've done our part, right? So this is the part where you focus on targeting. Language, it's always good to target a language of your creative. If my language or my creative is in English, I'll just focus on English, right? So now at the ad set level, what is important for me is just one more thing. That is placements. Again, if you see placement, it says advantage plus payments and placements and AI. So it says, boss, I will decide where your ads will show. But I still want to say I am beginning with this, I do not want Facebook to tell me where my ads will show. I want to do it myself. In that case, I'm going to click on edit again. And where it says advantage plus placements, which is also recommended, I'm going to switch to a manual placement thing. Right? Now here it says that places where you want to show. In fact, you have devices as well. So you can select a specific device, desktop or mobile. In a lot of cases, you can also get rid of desktop. Nowadays, the age group also that we pick predominantly sits on their mobile phones and does all of these things and sees this ad. And social media, Instagram, etc., has been used more on mobile itself. So I think that's a good idea. You can select Facebook if you want, or uncheck it if you do not want it. You can select Instagram if you want, and you uncheck it if you don't want it. There is something called as audience network. So audience network is basically Meta telling you that we have a big ecosystem of inventory where we can show your ads outside of Facebook, Instagram, Thread, WhatsApp, etc. Right? And I will try and show your ads on those places as well. Right? Now, these places are really cheap in terms of cost. Showing an ad on Instagram is expensive, audience network isn't enough. But again, the results are not really great. So whenever we are trying to remarket a customer, that's when we try audience network and stuff like that. But when you are trying to prospect a customer, find a new customer, audience network does not make sense. So that's why I'm going to uncheck this as well. Messenger is the messenger box and you don't purchase through Messenger. So I think it's not a best practice to be on Messenger as well. And threads, again, I don't want to be here. So I'm only going to target Facebook and Instagram. Now, again, it is giving me all the options where on Facebook and Instagram. So it's saying that Facebook feed, so when you are in a feed, scrolling through feed, uh, a profile feed, when you are inside somebody's profile, and if you keep scrolling, you will still see ads there. Again, Instagram feed, Insta profile feed. There is a Facebook marketplace as well, and you'll see how the ad looks on the site. So you can see this is the marketplace icon, and your ad will appear like this. But marketplace is not again where people shop. They go for finding local stuff, etc. So I'm going to uncheck marketplace as well. Instagram explore is when you get on the explore section, it's okay. Explore home is okay. You want stories, you have Instagram reels, Facebook reels. You have in streams while a video is playing, we want to show your ad. Not really. I don't want to do that, but you can still decide if you want to do that. When somebody searches on Instagram or Facebook, do you want your ads to appear? We don't want to do that as well, because those ads, again, you can see the ads how they appear, but I don't want to do that. Right? So like that, I have selected and deselected some of these places where my ads needs to be shown. Right? And after this, we come to a third level, which is our ad. So again, click on next. I need to name this level again. So I'm just going to name it pet supplies. Right? Now, before we do anything, you see this ad preview button on the right. Just switch the preview on. Right? And first is it asking me to select a Facebook page. Now, if you have just one Facebook page, you'll see that only page here. Now, I have multiple pages. That's why it is asking me to select one. So I'm just going to select a random page, right? It is asking me to associate a Facebook account. So I need to connect an account over here. Now, if I do not have an Instagram account, but I still want to run ads on Instagram, it will use Facebook page only. So your ads will appear like a normal ad on Instagram. But if somebody wants to go to the profile, not click and go to the website, go to the profile, they will come to the Facebook profile. That's what this says. So I'm okay right now with Facebook profile, because my objective at the end of the day is to send people to the website. So they'll predominantly go there. Then comes your ad setup. In your ad setup, you have two options. You can either use an existing post. So if you've posted something on Facebook or Instagram, you can pick that post and run ads on that as well. Or you can use a Creative Hub mockup, etc. Right? So just click on this. Creative sources, manual upload. So we want to do that. It is asking you what type of creative. Do you want a single image or a video? Or if you want a carousel. Carousel are those multiple images and you can keep swiping and keep seeing that. So you can choose that. Multiple advertiser is basically your ad can appear with others of the same unit, promote discoverability, etc. But please do not keep this on for now. Right? And destination is website. I'm just gonna mention my website. Right? And all these other settings you don't have to do, directly come down to your creative, setup creative image, because that's what we discussed, right? What is the source, right? So creative setup, you can see some more additional things that you have here. I'm going to go on media first. There are some images which are already here, which I've uploaded in the past. This one was recently downloaded or recently created, and I think we can just use this. All right. So while this image gets loaded, I want to show you one more thing, that if I ever go for a Facebook ad, right? So that Facebook ad has basically 4 elements. So let's try to see an ad. These are also some placements. These are called as desktop right hand side. Now, because we deselected desktop, we didn't get this option at all. But if you are on desktop, you can see ads on the right hand side as well. Okay, let's see this creative, right? So here you can see this is your page details, which is there by default. Let me use slightly a different color. So this, your page name, page logo will come directly. You will see sponsored because it's an ad. Right below that, you will see, okay. Right below this, let me just clear and do this again. Right. So first element, okay. So first element was that logo over there. The text here that you see, now I can't fit all of this in one screen. The text you see over here is called as a primary text, right? It talks about that image. This is the complete image, and see how beautiful it looks, right? It is talking about how you can create images with AI in minutes, right? And then if you scroll down, you see two more things. One of them is this, which is, so this is exactly the URL that I just put. It will pick that. This thing is called as a headline, and this is called as a CTA. So in an ad, we have a primary text, we have an image, we have a headline, and we have a CTA. And this is to by default your business name. So you can, in fact, if you want, you can add a URL as well. So 5 things if you add an URL. So these are the 5 things that I need to create to make an ad exactly like this, right? And what I will do is I will come back to my chat GPT. For this, I want to come back to my chat GPT, right? And now I want to create the primary text and headline. So before it does that, I'm just gonna say no, wait on the other. Let's finish first. Let's just say this, wait on the other prompts. Let's just finish one. I have created an image for the first targeting or audience. The first targeting or audience. Can you help me with meta ads headline based on the image? Right? So we want a primary text and a headline based on that particular image, right? So I'm just gonna quickly come back and re-upload the image. I mean, that's been used on Facebook Ads Manager. I'm gonna upload it here, and it will create a primary text and headline basis that for me, right? So just give it quick seconds to load. And because this is so widely used, you don't have to worry. I mean, it will create one of the best content because these are very widely used. It's very easy for Meta. You don't need to give any additional prompts. So give your pets the love they deserve, from healthy meals to hygienic toys, right? Everything you need is here. So I come back to my ads manager, which is here. I've selected the creative. It will ask me for next. It will show me how the creatives look. Original like this, original. Let's keep original here. Actually, this requires a slightly rectangular size. So what you can in fact do is create one more in rectangular and you can replace this and upload that over here. Ideally, that's the best practice, but it's okay for now. And this is my image. Now, this is again not a proper rectangle, neither it's a square. So that's a problem. Let's see if 1:1. No, 1:1 doesn't sit here. It actually did not create a 1:1 image for me, which is really the problem. But anyway, crop is okay. We are okay with this. I want to click on text over here, right? It is asking me from a primary text. I'm pasting my primary text here. It is asking me for headline. It's given me with an emoji, which is also good. And here description is optional, so you don't need to add the description. Call to action is basically to ask them to shop now. So let's select shop now. Next. And here it is asking me for any video enhancement. So wherever there is a video, so let's say for Instagram, there might be some audio required. So you can see visual touch-ups, text improvements, enhancement in CTA, right? All of this is really actually okay, right? So switch this on, see how it actually looks, right? Don't do this anything without just giving it a review. But see, this is how it will look in a reel, and it's more than enough, and it's actually happy. This is how it will maybe look in a story, and this is all good, right? And everything looks really perfect over here, right? And just like that, I'm gonna click on done. Um, Select map mockups, no mockup available. That is okay. I hope, yes, images are done. Everything here is done, CTA. And then all you need to do is just check the advanced preview once to see how everything is looking for you, right? And you can see now here for a feed, see, this is how the ad looks, right? And this also build like a try to build a carousel. So here your page details come. So if your page has been beautifully built, the page logo, etc., will come here, right? And then there is Facebook feed carousel, and you have Instagram feeds. This is how it look. If you see, I mean, if the logo and all name and everything would have been set, this actually looks like an amazing image, right? Maybe because it's pet, we could have kept it a little colorful. I could have changed these colors, but it's okay. In the interest of time, it just made it like in 5 minutes, right? And this is exactly how nice and professional your ad looks. And see all of these things. I'm going to save this. That's all, guys. And then here, you don't need to do testing, etc., anything, and you just need to hit publish, right? So that's how one is done. Now, but we have three ad sets, right? So how do we do that? Now, this, if you see by the image icons, the envelope over here or a folder icon here is a campaign level. These boxes are at set level where my audiences are, and this is an ad level, right? So I want to create two more audiences. So in that case, I will just click here, click on duplicate, and click on duplicate again. And if you can see, pet supplies copy is created. Now, I just have to change everything. So there, the other ad set, let's say for example, was for health freaks. That's what Facebook suggested. Again, all these settings are going to be the same, and you will see the same audiences here, right? Dog food, etc. So you have to replace these, just remove all of these things, right? Come back to your chat GPT, scroll up till you find the targeting, which was healthy and fit, organic food, right? So I'll just come back here, scroll down where you want this, all of this, which went slightly up here, right? I want to remove all of these things. Okay, sorry, this is placements. Remove all of these things, remove these, and here we were talking about, sorry, organic. Okay, health freaks. This actually just went off all of a sudden, so that's okay. Again, come back, scroll down at the ad set level again, and come down till you find your audiences, right? We were searching for my audiences over here. In detail targeting, we accidentally mentioned happy pets, right? And instead of that, what we want is organic food and drinks interest, right? And like that, you can again come back, change the age group, go for more suggestions from here or from chat GPT, right? Once this process is done, then this is an ad specifically for that. So I'll come here, change this ad as well, name this ad health freaks again. Follow the same process. Everything is selected, but here I will come back over here. I will go to ChatGPT, create that image, etc. And here I want to replace this, right? So I'm just gonna come here, add creative, whatever media 11 placement, just delete this, remove media, add image. Come back here, go to media, upload the image, and do the second process again. Similarly, you'll duplicate again this ad set, take the third ad set, put all the targeting, go generate the image, generate the primary text, generate the headline, upload it, and finally, once all of these things are done, that's when you hit this publish. And that's when your campaign goes live, right? This is how just in within an hour, guys, you can from scratch build Facebook ads with the help of AI, which will be as good as the ads that you see in the market out there, right? So I hope you like this. Keep coming here for more. Bye bye.